bit funny.
Cool, so this is the entrance to your flat. What do I need to do? I need to press the button to go in?
Yes, you press this button here, sir, and then it authorises you.
Welcome to the 24th century.
There you go, you see. And off. We just come in the conventional door. It should slide open, but actually it doesn't. But that's one of those designs I couldn't get my head around. This is the kitchen area, and you might say, well, why has it got lights on the floor? I just thought it looked nice. It's got nothing to do with Star Trek, I just thought it looked better than just a plain floor. Again, we've got L cars here. This is all synonymous with Star Trek. Overhead lighting, diffuse lighting. Big L cars unit here. This is the warp propulsion system here that I've put in recently. And here we have a desktop monitor as featured in Star Trek Voyager. This would sit on Captain Janeway's desk, and that was actually recently on eBay. I put it on eBay for sale, and then eventually took it off because I found I couldn't part with it. It took me three months to make that.
Now, do things in the kitchen actually work? Does the kettle work?
Yes, and actually, in fact, the kettle
work?
lights up as well, look, say.
Hey.
So, I mean, this is from Argos. But I was trying to find one with the colour scheme, and one that lights up as well.
So completely, fully functioning kitchen then?
Yes, yeah. The only thing I couldn't get around, and I have a lot of people say about the kitchen, so you did change the kitchen. But if you think about Star Trek, you very rarely saw the kitchen area or the galley area. Again, we've got this blue lighting here, which shines down onto this kind of plexiglass surface. And just in case, I don't have a cooker, because if you consider how long it takes to cook something in relation to how long it takes to eat it, that's a lot of electricity wasted. So, I mean, and I keep fit. I go to the gym 4 days a week. So I have this, you see, this is the microwave. And this is very kind of spacey fine as well. But look at this is where we're going, you see, with the space. We've got touch panels, isn't it? So that is the way we're going. Especially, I mean, mobile phones and all, they're all like little mini tricorders, that sort of thing.
It's very nicely hidden in there.
Yeah, there we've got the L cars on the monitor there. And again, grey surfaces to match the colour scheme, this is supposed to be based on Star Trek Voyager, or aspects of Star Trek Voyager. Table here within, I don't know if you can pick that up, but it's got lighting inserts there that it lights up here. This is my own design. We actually had voice activated lighting in here as well, but you have to be, in order for it to work, we have this light here that actually voice activated, so if we're quiet enough it might just work. Computer, lights at 100%.
Lights at 100%.
Every home should have one.
Oh, that's brilliant!
And we can turn that off, hopefully. Computer, disengage lights. Yes, I think that's actually a standard thing now in America. I think there's a lot of people have voice activated lighting. We move over here, we've got, again, this is all to do with Star Trek. You've got all these L-cars panels. This is a more animated one, so you see all these little buttons flashing. We have an L-cars panel here. This is the science ops station. As you can see, it's a very, very detailed pattern, very complex.
For people not into space age anything, what are L-cars?
L-cars is synonymous. L-car stands for Library Computer Access Retrieval Systems, and this kind of design is synonymous with Star Trek. They brought in this design, and it was designed by somebody called Michael Okuda, and they had these dashed about the ship. Around the ship on all the Star Trek shows, from Star Trek The Next Generation right through to Star Trek Voyager. We have another one here. This is an ops panel, and it shows a Nebula class starship. They're just kind of, anybody stood here would be monitoring what was happening and pressing these buttons.
And these are just for decoration, aren't they?
Yeah, this is just, as with Star Trek itself, I mean, not everything worked, and I mean, they used to have a saying on Star Trek, the original series, GN and DN, on various props that only the crew could see, and the GN meant goes nowhere and the DN meant does nothing, but we couldn't see that as viewers. And we have an animated LCARS console here. This took a lot longer to make because, as you can see, it's got flashing lights, and each one of those lights are in a little box of its own. So I had to build all them little boxes separately, and then actually design that independently of the box. We move across to the central area. We've got infinity mirror, as was featured in one of the Star Trek films, but never applied to the ceiling. I've always seen it on the wall, and we have a glass panel in the floor there. But this is probably, if you had to say which is the star of the show in terms of design, this would have to be it, because this was the first thing I made, and this is the Star Trek, featured in Star Trek Next Generation. This is the control console, and you would get the transporter chief, as in Star Trek Next Generation was the actor Cole Meany, used to stand and beam people off and on the ship, and it works like this, you see. Only on their transporter you wouldn't get the sound effect. The sound effect would be put on afterwards. We have what we call a force field here. As you move into the transporter area, and you step over it, we just turn the force field off so that we don't get electrocuted, and it's safe to kind of come through into the transporter area. And if you wanted to be transported, you stand on one of these pads here, and the transporter chief would operate the transporter, and off you go. And the reason I've got the brig lights, because a lot of people say this is a transporter area, why has it got a force field? Because it's aspects of Star Trek, and I've incorporated it in the design. So now if I was in here and the force field came on, then I wouldn't be able to get out, because now I'd be in prison, you see. And also we have LCARS panels here as well. It's all panelled. I should keep my videos behind here, but I thought, I kind of wrestled with the idea. I thought the videos look nice and tidy, but they would all look like a shelf with videos on, so I put these panels over them just to kind of make it look more of a kind of science fiction design. And we have these overhead lighting and more LCARS, a big LCARS panel there. And that's where the window would have been, and I blacked it out purely because it kind of ruined the overall look, because you was getting daylight coming through, and it kind of ruined the look. So we just need to turn the force field off first, and then I can step out, which is safe. And then we can put it back on again. There we go. And we move into the bathroom area, or this is a shower area. But notice, actually shut this door. When this bathroom's engaged, you shut this door like this, and if you look to the panel at the top there, the lights, there's a panel here that will tell you that it's engaged, because the lights will go off. And this light will come on in the door like that. You see the light just flashes there. It tells you that, it didn't actually say engaged, but it just said it says it's occupied, because there's one light flashing, it flashes like that, the light handle in the door flashes. That's because I couldn't get the doors to slide open. I couldn't get that because of the, I've got some bit of a cobweb. I need to do a spring cleaning. So I couldn't get it to switch because I didn't have the space basically. As we come into the bathroom, we've got yeah, that's just like a glass floor there with uplit lights there. You're actually supposed to step over there, Sarah, instead of standing on it. Actually supposed to step over. No, you're actually supposed to
step onto it.
No, step over that ridge there that it's now standing on.
Oh, so I'm not supposed to stand on that.
No, you're supposed to step over it, because that's kind of made like I suppose like an entrance that you would find on a submarine. You know, as they stand up, they step over them.
Yeah.
Otherwise you'd trip, you see. The lighting, for some people, they say it's not adequate in here, because I like it like this, and it's enough lighting. I mean, we have lights here to wash your hands, but there's just to show that I do live here. There's my socks and my underpants and my boxer shorts. And
I won't linger on those.
all the toiletry stuff. So I mean, yeah. Although it doesn't look as if anybody lives here, but yeah, I can assure you I do live here.
Genuine toilet paper. So yes, a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah, and the shower and everything. So everything is functionable. It's just a normal kind of run bathroom, but with a different design. I mean, I could have had a shower rail there, but how boring would that have been compared to these now chunky panelling? I think the panelling looks better. People say it's not practical. I mean, in the shower rail you can put your towels on, but everybody does that. I mean, I was trying to look for a different design, so I put the panels, which was featured actually in Next Generation and various parts of the ship on Star Trek Voyager. So that's the bathroom.
Oh, right, I'm going to stop that there.